I'll send you a video.
I'm like, nothing. The words that came out of your mouth meant nothing.
Not
Okay.
that type
rocket
of video.
scientist speak.
A rocket video.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, I mean, depends on the rocket, I guess.
I guess you could get off on the boost, right?
I mean, it is a rocket.
Not
Could
me.
be a rocket.
Not me. Just so everybody knows, this was not me.
Just
Okay.
enjoy your Burger King.
I
It's a
will.
Whopper. And make it your way.
It will be a Whopper.
Well, yours is a banana, so whatever.
I need to, right?
Banana.
All right, Shannon, you ready to go?
Banana. I want to be able to reach. Damn it. I can't reach and or otherwise I'd come out of frame. Damn it. Banana. I'm ready because I had a surprise in this episode.
Yes, we know. Okay, you ready?
Your command.
Oh, earring.
All right, earring hold. Earring hold.
Check.
Check. Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome to the Artie's Attic Warehouse 13 Fancast, where a steampunk girl, a lifelong sci-fi fan, and a rocket scientist chat about the popular 2009 sci-fi series. There's never a dull moment with the agents dedicated to protect humankind from unexplained phenomena that manifest their powers in special objects. And there's all those friendships and relationships along the way. Grab a cookie while you can. Hope you don't smell fudge. Gear up with your Farnsworth, Tesla, and neutralizer, and let's have some fun by snagging it, bagging it, and tagging it.
Welcome back to Artie's Attic. We're a Warehouse 13 fan cast. I'm the Warehouse 13 janitor, currently cleaning up after a level 12 electric discharge aura swap event. My name is SP.
Wow, that's
Nice. Well done. Well done.
can't believe you got through all that. Pretty good.
Neither can I. And introducing, you just heard her, Artie's Attic lead agent and historian, who can use a fire extinguisher with the best of them and shoot the axe out of a fireman's hand at 40 paces. It's Agent Shannon.
What's up, guys?
Nice. Nice shooting,
Nice.
Tex.
Yes. Nice one.
And also joining us is the warehouse agent who never met a clicker she wouldn't click. It's Agent Carolyn.
That sounds smutty.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
The camera. He took a picture with the camera.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm not like Pete. I don't touch everything.
He also likes to lick things, so again, smutty. So sorry, that's the direction.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. He brought us into this direction.
Well, he does have a lot of ideas.
Well,
most
maybe
of
this
them
is
illegal.
my direction. Maybe it is. Maybe it is my fault because that's where my head goes. But still,
Most of his ideas are illegal.
yes. Mhm.
We are continuing our Warehouse 13 discussion with the episode that premiered on Monday, August 27th, 2012. 11 and a half years before Judy Garland's stolen ruby slippers were snagged,
Nice.
fagged, and tagged, and eventually returned to their Grand Rapids, Minnesotan museum owner earlier this year in
Nicely
2024.
I was
I'm
going to mention
referring
those.
to the Warehouse 13 Season 4 6th episode, Fractures. The Amazon Prime video description reads, someone has stolen Lewis Carroll's mirror from inside the warehouse, allowing the psychotic and murderous spirit of Alice Liddell to escape again. Our team must stop her killing spree before one of them ends up dead. Guest stars Lindsay Wagner as recurring character Dr. Vanessa Calder. Carolyn, how'd you like the episode?
I really enjoyed this episode. Again, there was a lot of storylines going on and a lot of things that were happening. The very cute Artie getting ready for his date weekend with Vanessa, and everybody asking, is this coat new? Is that new? Is that new? And the only one he said, yeah, it's new to was Myka. Everybody else, he's like, no, it's not. No, it's not new. And then
He trusts her opinion.
Myka was like, is that new? He's like, yeah,
Yeah, he trusts Myka's opinion, I think.
So cute. So, I mean, there was a lot going on in this. So we have a lot to discuss on this one. The beginning was very funny where Artie was coming down the stairs and asking Jinxies, how's that research into the metronome going? He's like, really long. Do you know how many artifacts there are in this warehouse? And then Artie's like, no, please tell me. He says, you could have just said stupid question. I'm only through half of the A's. Well, you know, there is somebody who's quite geeky who could probably help you out with that. So there was a lot of great one-liners, a lot of great storylines. We learn a lot of things, including Claudia finding out that how she is connected to Jinx and that she now knows how she's connected, and hopefully they will be able to figure out how to get him off the metronome.
Well, I mean, we've gone through a couple episodes now where it's been building up to this, just trying to find out when she's going to find out. Is he going to tell her, or is Artie going to spill the beans?
Mm-hmm. There wasn't much more longer that he could have taken that and not gone out, because she's like, what are you working on? How do I help you? Why don't you want to go out into the field anymore? You never want to have any more fun. It had to come out eventually.
That was just one more secret that Artie was keeping, much like not telling everyone else that Brother Adrian's been in there and selling off the item. Well, has he?
Lydia. See, I always get her name wrong. Leena now knows something's up. I know, right? Because she was there at the end when he's cursing him and telling him that he's a coward and telling him to come out and face him after they find out
she's paying attention.
That the mirror has suddenly disappeared. And Pete says, what? Artifacts can get up and walk now? I did like Artie was like, I want to bronze the little devil, but since she has no corporeal form.
I think she's just being cautious around him because she can see his auras, she knows something's wrong with Artie. And she said that in the previous episode that there's something's wrong with you. Something's up with you. You're just not telling me. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, I'll get to the bottom of it. He's like, what? What are you talking about? Nothing's going wrong. Nothing's wrong with me. So it's not new. Leena has been following him to figure out what the heck he's been up to.
Mm-hmm.
Because she knows something's wrong because and now it's been brought to light because now there are other items that they're all being told of now. And Jinx was like, I wonder how come he didn't tell you, the black diamonds, right? So that cat's out of the bag. So I think the coolest part was when she was watching Claudia climb the stack of boxes, which she saw the auras go back and forth. Yeah, you can't hide that now anymore.
Yeah, and when Jinx is like, hey, are you okay, Claudia? Are you okay? Do you feel anything? And Claudia's like, why? Did Artie tell you about my phantom pains? And he's like, yeah, that's it. She says, well, that's why you're being all soft and squishy. Silly wabbit. Wonder girls can't be hurt or something like that. I can't remember the exact line, but it was really funny as she grabs the hookah to try to suck the evil Alice back into something.
So they're in the thrift store, right?
Mm-hmm.
And first
spraying
of all,
purple all over everything.
Yeah. So you're telling me the mirror is the only artifact in the entire thrift store? That's what you're telling me?
Found.
Well, they sprayed everything.
They didn't spray everything. They sprayed a lot of things. Nothing was sparking. But then she saw the blood. So that's when they stopped spraying things and went back to the mirror.
I think they need to go back because there's definitely more artifacts in that thrift store.
What year did you say this came out? 2012?
2012. August 27th.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
See, okay.
I know where you're going right now.
Well, I'm just thinking, how many years later did they do that? Because she looks so young. She looks so young in this episode.
All right, we'll go through it right now. You're talking about the actor or actress that played Kristen, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's because she plays Winona on the show Winona Earp,
But what is her name?
Melanie Scarfano.
That's right. 66 acting credits since 1999. She did an episode of Supernatural. I mean, the show was on for 10 years. Okay. She did an episode.
Myka.
She did an episode of Covert Affairs. She did 10 episodes of
show.
Being Erica. Only one episode of Warehouse 13. So this is the only time we're going to see her here. 2 episodes of Haven. She was in the 2014 movie RoboCop. She was in 4 episodes of Designated Survivor. And then 49 episodes of Winona Earp as Winona Earp.
I never saw it, but that's not. She also was in.
Yes, thank you. Strange New Worlds as Captain Battelle, 6 episodes, and 22 episodes of Letterkenny as Mrs. McMurphy.
Never seen that one.
And
But
this is 4 years after. 4 years after this, on her guest appearance on this is when they opened brand new season, brand new thing of Winona Earp, which had to have been the end of Defiance when I was pissed off at Di-Fi. Because I never went into it. Damn.
And then you did, and the show got canceled.
And then,
jeez.
And then I see where you went.
Stop watching my sci-fi, will you? You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm a show killer. I know. That's what I've been told that by many people.
The episode aired, by the way, the Purgatory, which was the premiere episode of Winona Earp. It aired April 1st, 2016. So yeah, 4 years, give or take a few months. Yeah, you're right.
I had just gone a few months before. I had gone to the New York Comic Con in 2015. Yeah, 2015. I went to the New York Comic Con, and just a year later, they were there. All of them. Di-Fi, you're killing me. You're killing me. But it was still cool to see. She did a phenomenal job of playing Alice. I mean,
yeah.
To be able to play crazy so convincingly, right?
Show a little skin. Crash.
So
the actual actor that played Alice was different. Her name is Naam Wilson, and she's been in a few things as well. Not anything close to what
Psycho Killer.
This is the
real, Reflection.
Yeah, yes. The real star, the guest star of the episode, turned into Melanie, but Naam was in 53 episodes of things, and she's known for Saw 3, Degrassi, The Next Generation, Maps to the Stars, that sort of thing. But she's been around for a few things.
Wow. How do you go from Degrassi to Saw 3? I mean, you really needed a paycheck, right? I mean, she just jumped from that's like going from Disney to
she
horror
actually
movie?
Went from
Thorns.
Saw 3 to the Degrassi, and then she was also in Falling Skies. She did 2 episodes of Falling Skies.
So she's like, I've had enough of this horror movie stuff, but let's go get a job over here working warehouse. So where do they put you? It's Crazy Alice.
She was in Saw 3 in 2006. In 2007, she was in Saw 4. In 2008, she was in Saw 5. And in 2009, she was in Saw 6. And then 2011 was Falling Skies. Haven was 2011 for her. And Warehouse 13 is 2012.
I need to watch that again.
I'm going to say, just like I am with women, she has a type. She has a type that follows her. I think that when she got hired at Warehouse 13, they go, hey, let's make her be Crazy Alice. The killer, right?
She had that psychopathic face. Yes.
I don't know if she's the one who died in all those Saw movies or if she's the one doing the killing, because I've never seen. Actually, just one time, I came home from work late and Sean's watching Saw. Now, you all both know that Sean is not a horror movie person, right?
He's not.
How is he
I
watching
said, what
Saw?
are you doing? He's like, well, I was flipping through channels and it said Saw. I'm like, but why are you watching it? He's like, well, I'm just waiting for the woodworking. I'm like,
that's not woodworking, honey.
Carry on. Nope, carry on. I'm just gonna grab the dog.
Not read the description for that movie?
I did not tell him anything. I just made my drink and kept on walking to the room.
And then you hear, oh my God. And he changed the channel.
Yeah. That was all on you, not me.
We also had the father, the guy that played Father Mitchell. He was in a few things as well. Again, not as well known. His name's Richard Waugh, and he was known for Resident Evil Code Veronica, which is a video game, and RoboCop TV series, not the movie.
Because I knew his face. I'd seen him before.
You've seen his face, I was just going to say, on the Hallmark Channel. That's where you've seen it.
Were they both in RoboCop together?
What's that?
You said Melanie was in RoboCop too. Was that the same thing he was in?
I think she was in the movie, the 2014 movie.
Oh,
he was in the TV series back in 1994, so separate iterations of RoboCop.
I've only seen the original one. That's how old I am.
He was in two episodes of Chucky. Was his most recent IMDb credit, but Sincerely Truly Christmas.
That's where I know him.
Definitely
Planes, Trains, and
movies.
Christmas Trees.
Yep, Hallmark movies.
Yeah. Princess and the Bodyguard. He's been in a few things that are Hallmark related. He was also, by the way, in 2 episodes of The Queen's Gambit, which I have not seen, and I feel ashamed that I have not seen it because apparently it's really good. It was big during the pandemic because it came out in 2020, but it was a really good series, and I think it got buried in the pandemic mindset.
That sounds a bit of history. So what is that?
The Queen's Gambit?
It's chess.
It's a chess.
Oh, I feel so disappointed now. Never mind.
Well, I kept on hearing the title and I thought Arrow because the Queen's Gambit was the boat in Arrow.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of some kind of King Henry VIII stuff. I don't know, but yeah. I'm like, I'm all into the history, but never mind.
I heard it was pretty good, especially during the pandemic, but I was one of those that worked the entire time during the pandemic, so I didn't have any time to catch up on any Netflix or anything like that. I'm working agriculture, so we were kind of, needed.
The guy that played the nurse or the orderly, I don't know what to call him.
That got his face smashed?
Yeah. Dylan Trowbridge.
Like me.
Yeah. Dylan Trowbridge is his name. And he's been in a few things as well, like Saw 3, Rogue, which is a TV series, and 2 episodes of Orphan Black.
I wonder who killed who in Saw.
You mean that one I need to watch?
I've never seen it, and I don't really want to.
Nah.
Maybe our audience can tell us who killed who in Saw, because I don't want to see it.
I think after Saw 1, I mean, what's the point of like 8 of them? It's like,
isn't it the point of every horror movie to kill as many people as you possibly can in a very glorified and stupid way?
No, you need scantily clad young women, too.
Like all the Friday the 13th ones.
Yeah, exactly.
You're never going to catch me out in the woods because I'm not a, blonde and half naked and in a cabin with no curtains and go, who is it? No.
Well.
And they get a blade in the belly.
And just open the door.
No, I'm going to put a shotgun through the door. No, thank you.
You can dye your hair and you can take off your clothes. I mean, that's check.
I think I'd get in trouble by Miss Puerto Rican there, but it definitely wouldn't be blonde. No.
Okay.
I'd get in trouble.
The last guest actor of note is Doug McLeod. I think it's McLeod is how you pronounce his name. He's been in 57 acting credits, and he's known for things as The Boy and Good Witch. And
The Good Witch, that was good.
He was in Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan for an episode. So he's been in a few things.
What did he play in here?
He played just a businessman that Alice was switching around with.
Oh, the one that
was he the one that was doing the imaginary twirling in his hair?
Yeah.
And he was in the hotel?
Yes.
Can you tell me where Artie is staying?
You don't normally get a lot of episodes. Maybe there are some, but I can't think of anything at the moment where we're getting double the same artifact that's already been snagged back and tagged and put away, and then now you're doing the same episode again. Like the last time we saw the mirror is when Myka got stuck in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and she was traumatized by it too.
And she was traumatized, and she felt for this girl. And then that's how she gave you the backstory of how she got in there, how she got crazy, how she was playing with the gun, and watched her mom die, and all this stuff. And Pete's like, yeah, poor me. Right? I get that. But this episode is way more interesting to me than the original one where Myka got caught in it. There's a lot more things happening. I love the fact that I think one of my favorite parts of this episode, it's not that you don't see all the characters together like at the warehouse office or wherever they are. But when they're out in the field, they're not always together. You have the teams that go off and do other things, right? But they're every one of them are in this hotel room, the Vanessa and Artie got.
Yep.
All doing their thing. And I mean, you have so much that comes out of this episode. We find out that Claudia finally understands the reality of what's happening.
And then she jumps right into it too. It's not like
she's
she
like, well,
has
let's
to
figure
iterate
this
over
out.
it. She's just like, yeah, let's figure it out.
She wasn't as pissed off or scared about it like he thought. I don't know what he was. Now looking back, I'm like, you know her. She's your best friend. Why would you think she's going to be so worried?
Well, I mean, she was really worried at the end when he said, well, I need to get off the metronome. And she's like, but the ow.
That's her only fear.
That's the
is
only
not
way that
losing
it's keeping
him.
you. Yeah.
Right. Her only fear is not losing him. Not, hey, like, now that I know, we can work on this together. And he's like, I'm glad you said that. I'm like, did you not think she was going to say that? She's your bestie.
Right.
This is not out of character for her either, because she did the same thing with her brother.
Right. She went after him. When everyone thought she was crazy, she kept chugging along. So I like that part. I mean, I think I like the part where you see her pick up a blade and it was her body, but it wasn't Claudia
it was Alice.
And he thought that it was actually going to come true and come stab him. Hasn't happened yet. Wasn't part of it.
It wasn't the dagger though. So
right.
Yeah.
But it was the
wasn't
same
dagger.
action.
Yeah.
It was the same action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only person we didn't see here is Brother Adrian, but we saw plenty of his diamonds. So I also like the fact that Vanessa's really not going to let Artie walk away.
Right?
I
that
love
was
that.
so cute.
That was my favorite scene when he's
Being
trying
stupid.
to.
No.
Yeah, he's trying to extract himself from the relationship, and then she said, "I'm not going anywhere. I will be here when you figure it out and you come back."
Yeah,
I was like, "Hell yeah!" That's a ride or die partner.
She's
right
a keeper.
There. Yeah.
He's like, no, I can't even. We can't have this relationship. It can't happen. It can't happen after all that they just went through. And she's like, when you finally figure out you can't push away everyone that loves you and still get everything done, I will be here. Give me a call.
Which means she already loves him. And she didn't even get the bell for it. Dang.
I know. That was so cute in the beginning. He's getting ready to go and he's like, I'm going to have a good weekend. Wait, where's Pete and Myka? They had a special mission. And she's like, what? We've been pingless for 48 hours. That's a warehouse record. And Myka comes in with the bell and Pete's like, I don't want to know what you guys are doing with the bell.
I thought it was very romantic. And it's a different side of Artie that you always see the rough and gruff Pooh Bear,
the grumpy old man.
The grumpy old Pooh Bear, right? But now you see the cuddly and romantic side of him. He actually has a different side.
Yes, he was thinking of asking her to be more geographically located. Yes.
I completely get this. I felt that. I felt it. I'm just saying.
I think it was completely out of the arc of his character for this season. I think they just used it to get Vanessa in, but he is a big boy. He's been through this before. He knows that his life is being dismantled. He would not take a weekend to go with Vanessa. He just wouldn't.
I don't know. I think he would. I think it was already planned, and I think everyone was telling him that he needed to get away because he's being so weird. So he's like, maybe this will help me clear my brain and figure everything out. But he had to know
that Adrian was going to foil it.
Maybe he thought if he got away from the warehouse for a while, he could, figure something else out.
I don't think Artie,
for her to be located closer to him, I mean, maybe it'll work out if she's like works out of that base. That would be the only way.
She was fine with that, by the way. She was fine living at the warehouse.
Scared of it. She's been around the agents for a long time.
Yeah. If anybody could understand Artie's really crazy life, just like Pete wanting somebody, then it would be Vanessa. Oh my God. The funny parts where Claudia comes in and she's quoting a sonnet. I can't remember which sonnet, but as far as when Artie's going to go, that was hilarious. And then she's like, well, go procreate. And he's like, oh yeah, that's what we want, children.
Got enough of those right there.
I don't know. If I have the chance to procreate with Bionic Woman, I'm going to take it.
I'm sure you would.
Did anybody else notice that Myka was being kind of standoffish. Like she's worried about becoming the crazy part of the warehouse. And Pete's like, yeah, whatever, it's okay. I'll be beside you. We got this.
The warehouse has a nasty habit of making people psycho, is what she says.
Yeah. So all in all, I think this is one of the good ones. Now, honestly, because as you all know, season 3 is my favorite. When I do my rewatches, that's not normally... I start at 2 and I go to 3. There's things in 4 that I am going to remember that I like, but I haven't. So it's like, so unlike all the other ones where I'm like, oh, I've seen this. Oh, you're going to love this one. I don't remember so much of season 4. It's going to have to be a wait and see. And then, oh yeah, I remember this, because otherwise I would have remembered, hey, Melanie's in this.
Yep.
Just like I remember, hey, in season 1, Tamara's in this. So that's 2 people from One on Earth. So,
Talking about her, I'm watching them interact at the very beginning before she gets possessed by Alice. I'm pretty sure the 2 of them were building up to something. They weren't there yet, but I'm pretty sure the 2 of them had a thing.
her, the priest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of seemed like it. Very much so. Yep.
It was weird seeing her play very demure, though.
It was. I mean, seriously, if something it says click me, it's like a horror movie. Really? You're going to actually click me? Why would you do that? I mean, obviously, well, Pete touches everything.
Yeah, well, Pete licks everything too, so.
Yes, Pete touches everything. Pete licks everything. Pete's always hungry.
He's like a dog.
But, I mean, it's like a horror movie. Why would you... She's like, takes it off the mirror and goes, oh, click me. Let me just click me. Click. Like, nothing bad is going to happen. Really? Really?
So you were saying you liked the episode. I actually liked the episode too. And I don't know if I'm firm on it, but I was looking through all the other episodes and I was kind of surprised where I was throwing it, because I was going farther down and I was like, nah, this seems like it's better. And I don't think it's recency bias. I think it was really good. I slated it as number 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
In top 10?
Yeah.
Wow.
So 3, 2, 1, Stan, Emily Lake, No Pain, No Gain. That was a new ad, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 40th Floor, Lovesick. That was when Pete and Myka wake up in bed together.
She's blonde.
And the toothbrush.
And then Fractures. And then the next one was Time Will Tell, which is the season 2 premiere, which is a good episode. But I'm like, this is good too. I think it's better than the McPherson episodes, which was the season finale in the season 2 premiere. So that's where I slated it.
I like the episodes where all 4 were working together. So all 4 of the agents plus him plus Leena, you got to see everyone.
Vanessa.
You got to see everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Other than Mrs. Frederick, you saw all of the cast.
I loved it at the very end when Jinx was the one who wanted to save his friends, right? So he takes the mirror, points the Tesla at it, and goes, get away from her, you bitch. You know, the big aliens quote, right? And that was awesome. I'm like, Jinx is back in the field. Yeah.
Jinx is
no
back.
longer afraid.
It's so funny when he jumps over and he gets stabbed in the shoulder. And of course, that makes Claudia fall down because she feels all of that. And he's down trying to help Pete. And Pete's like trying to wake up. He's like, no, Pete, just lay back down. And then Pete looks at him and goes, there's something wrong with your shoulder. He's like, nah, I'm okay. He doesn't feel it at all, but it's bleeding like crazy. And yeah, I'm fine. Claudia may not be, though. And then Claudia wakes up. She's like, oh, my God. Myka's like, yeah, I think you guys need to have a talk.
Yeah, it's no longer at the point where you can hide it. There's something going on.
It's not like sticking your finger and going, ow, what the heck now?
What's funny is that Myka knew about it. Artie knew about it. Obviously, he knew about it, but Pete didn't know about it. And I don't think And then Leena didn't know about it. So,
but Leena had just seen the aura swap.
Saw it.
Yeah.
And that aura swap was freaky. That went back and forth between the 2 of them several times.
Yeah. And she said,
you take it.
Yeah. She said, I've seen that before and it doesn't end good. Watch yourself. Yeah. Of course, it was funny
sometimes
when they needed to find something else to hold on to Alice's, since her mirror was now broken, it shattered into pieces. And they come up on this big inventory stack, and Leena says, somebody's behind on their inventory. And Claudia says, like, yeah, I was saving it for my 40th birthday.
Could be big party.
Yeah, it's going to be a big party. There was a lot of artifacts, too.
Yeah. One of the reasons why this episode was so good, it was directed by Chris Fisher. We've been talking about him for a while, right? He has directed Strange New Worlds. He's involved in the production of that. He has directed 10 episodes of Warehouse 13. We're going to see him again another 4 times. Episode 10, 13, 14, and 19 in season 4. So we got a lot of good episodes coming at us because Chris...
And all the ones we love are like him.
Yeah, so 13.1, that was his first one. 321, which is the second one, so my favorite, right? Don't Hate the Player, which we all agree is fun, right?
Yeah, definitely fun.
I Need a Woman.
The 40th Floor, which is a good one. A New Hope.
Yep.
And then Fractures. So bing, 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 bing. He is on fire. And
which one was Fractures?
Fractures are the one we just did.
Yeah.
It's the one we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You sure?
But yes.
It was written by the team of Benjamin, Rob, and Derek Hughes. And Benjamin has a total of 17 Warehouse 13 writing credits. Kind of a lot of season 1 credits, like season 1, episode 2 through 12. And then season 2, episode 2, season 3, episode 8, and season 3, episode 10, and then this one. He's only got 2 left, Lost and Found, which is 18th, and then the penultimate episode. I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce that at this point.
Yeah, I think they were just throwing things out there.
And then the Derek Hughes had a total of 21 story editor credits, and then I believe 6 writer credits, and this is his 5th of 6th. So we'll see Derek's work again in season 4, episode 18, when he teams back up with Benjamin Robb in Lost and Found. So this team is steeped in the lore of the Warehouse, and it just fires on all cylinders when they're together. So I think that made for a good episode as well, was the creative team behind.
I agree.
I was relieved last time when Artie finally started coming out to Jinx, and then he learned about Claudia and stuff. But then he just takes that swerve at the end where he goes nuts in the Dark Vault again. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. I have a couple of questions. So Alice ends up, in that thrift store. How did Brother Adrian know that if she was sent to that thrift store that she could get to that restaurant? How did she know that that's where they were going to be eating? Because she ends up trying to find the restaurant where Artie and Vanessa are eating dinner. How did she know that? Because we know that Brother Adrian got her out somehow. Claudia says she's looked at security videos and can't see who is taking things out of the warehouse. But how did she know that's where they were going to be eating? And then how did she, because he randomly sends things somewhere, unless he can control where things are happening. And then we learn that she is there to tell Artie, because she's in Vanessa, that it's not nice to play with other people's toys, and that she was going to kill Vanessa very slowly. So how did she know that's where they were going to be eating? Did Artie must have there must be a bug in the warehouse where Artie stays, because he would have had to make the reservation in his place, and someone would have had to seen it.
He's either being tracked, or maybe he's heard all the phone calls he's made to Vanessa, or 2, bubble guppies.
Bubble guppies. Because she knows where they're going, so she has to find it. And she's gone through several. She figures out how to body jump by just having that shard of mirror, which is different than beforehand. She couldn't body jump because she didn't have a shard of mirror. So she's now body jumping between people and people and people, and eventually ends up in Vanessa. Then she ends up in Claudia.
Right, because I didn't even think they were in the same city to begin with.
They're not. They're just
not.
meeting up.
Yep.
They're having a rendezvous.
She brings the soul-sucking hookah.
Okay, but like...
It was a hotel. It wasn't her apartment or her house.
Yeah, it was a hotel.
But if that's where Artie and Vanessa went, then Myka and Pete aren't there with Alice.
No, they become there because they were sent to figure out why there was a weird thrift store problem. And then they find the gal.
From there, it's all the same city. Okay.
From there, that's all the same city because they said that the EMT person said they had to make it to their restaurant. I can't remember the name of the restaurant. It was a French name. Les Trois. She had to make it to Les Trois. And Artie's like, interesting. I know that restaurant. They have the best tiramisu. And as he's looking in the reflection, that was the other part that was really funny. They're looking in the as he's looking in the reflection, and he sees that it's Alice pouring the wine in his waitress. And he gets up and she's like, where are you going? And Vanessa says, where are you going? He's so Mother Nature's nature calls. And then they get out and Pete's like, well, how do we figure out where she is? We can't exactly put a mirror to everybody here. And he's like, wait, don't you still have those glasses, Myka? And she's like, why do you need sunglasses? He says, because they're like mirrors. You can look at people. And she says, well, look at you having ideas. He says, well, I have a lot of ideas. Most of them are illegal. And I have a lot of ideas.
Yeah, I think this was a good episode. That answer finally came to a lot of answers. It finally had a lot of reveals in it. Everyone seems to be on the same page.
Yeah, we find out where Artie has stuffed the astrolabe.
That's a pretty cool
artifact that was.
Question is, did Leena see it?
That was my question because she came out, so she knows. We know she heard him say all those things.
So
and realize he's even more crazy.
Does it attach itself to her if she takes it out and touches it? I mean, we know the things that are going to come. Does it maybe because she took it out and was researching what it does? I don't know. I'm still going to claim Bubble Guppies at a lot of those things because it didn't make sense, but it's still great writing and it's a good show. Good episode.
Remember, Brother Adrian, ultimately what he wants to do is he wants to get Artie to undo what he did.
Yep.
So I don't think they want to use the artifact again. They want to have Artie use it to
turn
undo
back.
It. And again, Adrian just doesn't realize that the alternative is actually worse in this point, in this particular case. And goes back to the evil that was created was Adrian being not understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, the evil is not Claudia. The evil is him becoming from Brother Adrian to Brother Jason. I mean, like he's after you. I mean, come on. Chill out, brother. Data is scary. Data is scary when he's mad and coming at you.
Yes,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like Data scary. I didn't see much food in this episode. Even though they were at dinner, I didn't see much food. They had the wine, but I didn't see much. I don't think they'd ordered
yet. It is October, which is, the season of spooky and horror and scary and vampires. And there was a lot of blood. So.
Oh, when Pete was like, yes, so you're not vampires. Good game. And he pats him on the ass.
Yeah, I liked the part where she's Vanessa's like, okay, well, where's my mirror? And he's like, no. Artie's like, no, you're gonna go far away because I don't want you near any of this. And she's like, we are a team. We need to work together. You need my eyes. And he's like, oh, okay, fine. He hands her a peppermint patty. She's like, Artie, this is a peppermint patty. Crap. And then he grabs the mirror out of his pocket.
That man must have stuffed in his pockets and down in those bags.
But it's a new coat. How did he get it? Must have been to have fresh breath before he opened the door, when he said once more into the breach.
It could have been squashed down in that bag for all we know. I mean, he holds the sandwiches down there.
It did look pretty flat, actually.
Yeah, he holds the sandwiches, his lunch, and everything down there. So, I mean,
it really could have been a Klondike bar.
It wasn't square. It was round.
I
And
know.
it melted.
They make round Klondikes.
It would have melted.
Yeah, that would be a mess.
He's got a refrigerator in the bag.
Sure. But he pulled that out of his coat pocket.
It's like a Mary Poppins bag.
Maybe his pockets are like Mary Poppins. Maybe they're like Hermione Granger's pockets. Like that little pocket that she
I
had.
need her turn thing.
I have one of those. It doesn't work though.
Oh, damn it.
It's on the glit. It's on it. Yeah, it came broken and they wouldn't fix it.
What turn thing?
Her time turning thing. It's a little turn thing. Turns
Have you ever
back
seen
time.
the Harry Potter movies?
Yes.
So Hermione, one of the movies, she needs to figure out a way to create time so that she
when
can
she
be in
turns
like
back and they see
Yeah.
Buck be all okay.
Yep.
That Dumbledore gave it to her.
Yes, Dumbledore gave it to her. Yes.
Yeah, that was like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
it was close
Yeah,
to
mine
the
came
end
broken.
because they did use it in I think it was the finale. They used it in the last movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen him in so long.
All right, do you guys have anything else to talk about in the episode?
Yes, I believe we have 2 emails.
Yes, you sent us 2 feedback emails. So thank you
Yes.
very much. We were complaining last time. Oh, nobody sent us email. Well, we got 2.
Nobody loves us.
Well, now
All
we
right.
have 2. We're so loved.
We do. They're both repeat feedbackers. So first one was from Rob, and he said, "Sorry it took so long to get back to you. I have been on vacation and dealing with internet issues in North Carolina." I'm going to stop
Oh, my
right there.
goodness.
Since we've recorded, a big hurricane Helene had impacted North Carolina. And for anybody that's listening to
Devastating.
this, that is in that area from Ohio, Tennessee, North Carolina,
The whole
Georgia, Florida, in the what is it called, the armpit area or what of Florida? I forget what it's
Panhandle.
called. No, it's called
The armpit?
yeah, the
armpit
armpit
coast?
area. No, it's called something. Anyway, for anybody that is in those areas, we send our condolences to you and our well wishes
Yes.
because we
Lots of them.
realize what a big deal it was. I'm all the way up in Ohio, made no secret of that. And even we were severely affected by it. And we're all the way up north from that whole thing. So nowhere near the devastation down in like Asheville, North Carolina, but we were
Mhm.
still hit pretty bad.
Yeah, we hope you're safe, Robert. We hope you're
Yes.
safe.
Our Girl Scout troop's going to send toiletries and stuff out to North Carolina.
Yeah,
Nice.
I heard like Amazon is refusing to deliver because they just don't know about the whole logistics trail and whatever. So people are having to do it themselves. And also, since Air Force, I'm aviation. You've heard of the hillbilly Navy before, the redneck
Cajun.
Navy,
Yeah, the Cajun.
Cajun Navy before. Well, this was the redneck helicopter troop because everybody that had their own helicopter, and these are guys that have money, right? But everybody that had their own helicopter got their asses down there and started flying these rescue missions just on their own goodwill. People were buying gas for them and jet fuel and whatever they needed. But yeah, they were doing things that the Army couldn't do because their helicopters were too big. So
Yep.
yeah, lots to do here. And I know it's completely off topic, but since he was involved in North Carolina, I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, we hope you're safe, Rob. Robert.
Okay. Rob continues and he says, while listening to the podcast on personal effects, I heard SP say, stay on topic. I knew you got my email.
We hardly ever stay on topic.
Then he said, we're going to go in depth about my email than we usually do. I thought, they hate me now.
Nah.
But after reading my letter and then explaining one of the reasons why you do the show, Shannon's health history, and it being an outlet for her to exercise her memory to help her along in her rehabilitation, this I did not know. Thank you for informing me. I am wholeheartedly behind whatever needs to be done to help her get back to where she was. And now, when you go off on one of your tangents and she is able to put 2 and 2 together, I will not be wondering what the heck you guys are talking about.
I got this. I think I got this. If I can remember it. Yeah.
But good for her, and I'll be smiling because of it. So you keep on going with those tangents. You also mention when you bring up the actor's other performances via IMDb, I find it very informative. There are times when there are actors on the show and I think I've seen them before. And you know what? You tell me where I've seen them before. Thank you. When I saw this episode for the first time and I saw Dee Wallace, I thought, oh, cool. E.T.'s mom.
Yeah. We all
And
did
then-
the same thing.
It's in the Cujo, yeah.
Shannon, I am sending you positive vibes and prayers and knowing that you will be back to where you were one day. Don't give up the fight. And thanks for not hating me. Always on the lookout for something that needs to be snagged, bagged, and tagged. Cheers, Rob. So thank you very much, Robert.
Very cool. We couldn't hate
Yeah.
you.
Nah.
Excellent feedback. And my memory, I may not remember this next week. But you never know. You know, it's been, I was thinking about this the other day. It's been 22 months.
Mm.
It's getting close to 2 years.
Yeah, it's getting close to 2 years, isn't it?
It
Wow.
doesn't seem that far
Does not.
along because at least I have hair that's grown back now.
Yeah.
I remember when
The important things.
All right, I remember when we were doing the podcast with Picard and Jake, and I had like peach fuzz. That's all I had. Yeah, it's been 22 months. So it's been almost a year, and I think from where I was then to where I am now is
I think you're doing really good. Yeah.
I've done really
miles better. Yeah.
well. I mean, there are setbacks that I have, but it's not unworkable. So it's okay.
For anybody
We'll
that
get
wants
there.
to hear the story of Shannon and what happened to her, she did relate that in the first episode that she came back with when we did Picard's season 3. It was on the Strange New Worlds podcast. I will link that in the description of this episode if anybody wants to hear that. You went on for about 20 minutes and Jake and I just let you go on for that. So if anybody wants to hear exactly what happened at the time, Shannon
It was a big
was
thing.
yeah, she
It
was
was.
she was very open with it. So yeah. Okay.
Thank you very, very much, Robert, for your feedback. We don't hate you. We love your feedback. Thank you very much.
We do. Keep on
But
snagging,
we're probably
begging,
still
and
going to be
taking.
do some tangents. So
Yeah,
sorry.
Mini tangents. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
It
I'm going to
happens.
try to reel. Hey, I'm going to try to reel it in because
But
yeah.
did it help me though? Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay. So we also got an email from Clyde again, and the subject of
Yay.
this email was food for thought. He says, "Great last episode. All 3 storylines were good and involved the characters and the lore. For the creation of an artifact, I will say, in general, Mrs. Frederick is probably absolute right. We don't take artifacts after the initial creation. This is probably due to the effects of an artifact, in this case, the charm bracelet, doesn't affect the original creator or user. And honestly, it's probably due to taking a lifetime to imbue that much energy in the item after the initial creation to be bad. Obviously, the exception is the real life movie making artifact in season 2, episode 3, Beyond Our Control. Thanks.
Yeah.
Wow, that was some deep. That
That
took
was
some deep
good.
thought.
That was good.
It's really good.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense because that's why Claudia is like, well, I thought we only went after artifacts of people who had Wikipedia pages.
Smart
so
people.
that makes sense because a lifetime being
Well,
imbued
it
with.
hasn't done anything to anybody yet, so
Yeah.
there's no reason for them to take it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for that, Clive. We
There's no
really
side
appreciate it.
effects.
It's good insight. Keep it coming.
Thank you very much. Yeah, definitely keep them coming, Clyde. We really appreciate it. All right. Talking about keeping it coming. Next time, we're going to talk about Warehouse 13, season 4, episode 7, Endless Wonder. Now, Shannon, I am going to ask you the question that I always ask you. Do you want to hear the episode description from tvguide.com, Amazon Prime Video, or IMDb?
Thank you for slowing it down. That one, please.
IMDb.
I'll take that one. I'll take that one for 300, please.
All right.
Only 300?
Yeah, I could have said 3,000, but
Double jeopardy.
The
I need gas.
IMDb description reads, Pete and Myka follow the trail of an artifact that seems to make people taller at first, only to cause them to get sick and die later.
Oh.
During the investigation, Pete gets involved with an attractive female drug company associate who ends up suspecting Pete and Myka aren't just plain average Secret Service agents.
Really?
Meanwhile, Artie, Steve, and Claudia follow up on the investigation of brother Adrian and the missing artifacts.
Oh.
see, this is great for me because it's like watching it all over again because I have no memory of that.
Oh, I remember the
Hey,
drug.
I've died since then, so I don't remember this episode.
But you came back. That's the
I
important
came back.
part.
That's
Somebody started.
I could
Somebody
have
started the
created an
metronome
artifact.
again.
I could have created an artifact. It was a moment in time. So
It was.
You could have created a couple, actually.
Yeah. Maybe your hospital bed.
What?
Ooh, what if that hospital bed now brings back people to life?
I did hear about the hospital bed and some very attractive nurses.
oh yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe it attracts nurses.
To be fair, 1A, in case someone's listening, I was on some pretty good fentanyl. 2, she smelled really nice.
So did Jamie Murray.
3, I was trying to explain to her what tacos meant, and she didn't understand it. She thought that I was asking her to bring her some of her lunch, that apparently she had something in there that, I don't know. But Sean's like, no, she doesn't need an explanation. I'm like, but then she's like leaning over me, changing things. I'm looking at him like, yes, she does. She needs my explanation. I can help her. No. But then, the medicine war.
You guys are going to love the drug rep.
The heck's a drug rep?
In the show,
In the next
person
episode,
who plays
the
the drug
drug
rep.
representative, Big Pharma. She's a known quantity. You're going to love it.
Mm.
Next time.
I mean, oh, okay. I'm being monitored.
Well, yeah, you're being recorded.
yeah. You're being recorded. We're all being recorded.
I know, but she listens. She watches. She's funny. And then I get the whole finger and I'm like, surprise, I don't get the flip flop. So
All right. So I think the video version of this will come out later, but I am wearing my Voltron jersey. And the
I saw
reason why
that.
I'm wearing my Voltron geeky jersey, these are geeky jerseys, which you can find at geekyjerseys.com. And they only come out in batches. They do sell some for a while, but this was a special batch that they did. I don't even know if they sell them anymore. Anyway, I am going to Voltcon at the end of the month on the 25th and the 26th of October. It'll be before
Is
this video comes out, but
that
it'll
what
be
Sean's going with?
yeah, Sean is going to Voltcon. Yes.
Dude, I just threw away that one the other day. It had some kind of stain on it. The
This
jersey. Yeah.
really
Yeah, it had a big stain. It's been in my storage for a long time.
yours, not his.
What? It was our stuff at one time. I don't know if it was 76 O'Hara kind of could be any one of us.
Okay. True.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, no
Uh-oh.
Voltron jersey. Anyway, Sean and I are going to be there, and we're going to have some other people there from the network as well. And it's the 40th anniversary of Voltron when it premiered in 1984. So there'll be some special guests there and stuff. But if you're there, if you're listening to this, and if you happen to be in Indianapolis on the 26th of October, Saturday the 26th of October, come find us. I will be wearing my geeky jersey, my Voltron geeky jersey, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So,
I have a request for you, SP.
okay.
When you're there with him,
Yeah.
tell him I said that he needs to finally get the red one, because
Oh,
his dad never let him have it because it was a girl color, and I had all of them when I was little. My mama loved me, but I don't know. But I had all of them, and he did not. He never had a complete Voltron because his dad would let him have red, and I just like making fun of him. So now you have some fuel.
all right. I might do that. I know he's interested in the art that's going to be there, so we'll see. It's not just Voltron, it's all mech related anime, so definitely more of a guy thing than a gal thing. So this is a guy weekend, so we're going to have it and have some fun. Anyway, I will be there, so hope to see you there. If you're listening to this and you happen to be there, then let me know.
Yeah, just to be clear, I'm not going to be there. Shannon's not going to be there. It will be SP and Sean.
I just want to go to Florida. Send me to Florida.
All right. We'll see if that's a possibility after Hurricane Milton.
Yeah, everybody be safe.
Indeed. All right. That's it for this week. Until next time, I'm the Janitor SP.
This is Sci-Fi Girl.
This is Ocean 363. I really got to get on that inventory.
You're over 40.
Oh, shut up.
Thanks for joining us for an episode of the Artie's Attic Warehouse 13 Fancast. You can find all our episodes at warehouse13fancast.com. If you'd like to contact us, you can hit us up on our email at warehouse13fancast@gmail.com. We are a part of the Lone Wolf Podcast Network. You can hear more of this cast and other shows like it by checking out lonewolfpodcasts.com. The intro music is Sci-Fi Hybrid Intro by Soundmake, and the outro music is Science Fiction by Tunes to Go. Both were purchased on pond5.com.
I was trying to figure out who the first gal that Alice was jumping into, and I was like, God, her face looks familiar. Ooh, I should do that voice change for when we're gonna start and make him say by your command. That'd be awesome. I gotta remember which.
Can I do that?
Is it this one? No, not that one.
By your command.
That one!
It's the small robot.
Small!
Robot.
The small robot?
The small robot.
By your command? How about now?
Time for the large robot.
It's not the size that counts, it's how you use it.
Attention in the area. Attention in the area. Please get the hell out of Florida right now. No. You get in your car.
By your command.